Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How-To, and on today's video we'll be taking a look at a rather awesome and possibly the best backpack on the planet. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, so today's video we'll be taking a look at DIVOOM's PIXOO backpack. This is possibly the most elaborate and coolest backpack on the planet right now. It isn't the cheapest, there is a bit of a price tag on this one, but it certainly does seem to be worth it. Now, for those of you who don't know who DIVOOM are, they basically make pixel art speakers, Bluetooth devices, backpacks, all that kind of thing, and there's one just over in the corner there, so you can see that. We have done a review on that one previously, which you can check out from the links up here. It's actually a really cool piece of retro kit, but they keep on bringing new things to the table. Now, this one is one I've been particularly interested to see, because backpacks are possibly one of the most boring things you could possibly review in the history of the world. So is this one going to be different? Let's find out. So packaging wise, I like the packaging on this actually. First thing, it's just recyclable packaging. It's cardboard, so it'll go nicely into the dustbin when you're done with it. I really do appreciate that. On the front it says it's the PIXOO backpack, experience the world with pixel art, and we certainly will do. And it's got the DIVOOM branding on the top there. On the side we've got nothing on there, and on this section we've got a picture of the backpack itself. It's water resistant, or weather resistant rather, shock resistant, and it's app enabled, and you can scan the QR code, which will get a close up on the screen for you now, so you can check out the DIVOOM app at your leisure. Basically this works with Android devices and iOS devices, so you can get the app on your phone and take control of it, do bits and pieces. It is Bluetooth enabled, so it will connect to Bluetooth enabled devices. You get the general idea. So let's take a look and see what we actually get. Okay, so you get the bag itself, which is in a bag inside of another bag, and also you get a instruction guide and welcome leaflet telling you how to install the app, etc, and how everything works, but we'll find out more about that when we do it for ourselves. So it comes in an outer plastic bag for protection. And then we get this nice DIVOOM kind of fabric bag as well, and inside that we get this bad boy. Just look at that. That is a piece of artwork right there. I know it's just a backpack, but it's not just a backpack. This is something a little bit special and a little bit clever. I really do like this. So it is all made in a kind of weather resistant material, so all the zip seams etc are very close together, so any water that gets on there is going to naturally kind of wick down towards the bottoms to drain off, which is all good. You've got two zips on the front there, so would have liked to have seen these actually been lockable, maybe with a hole in there. Again, if you wanted to, you could probably drill out those and put a little padlock or something in there. That would have been a nice little addition, but okay, not the end of the world. All of it is really well stitched and inverted, so all the water is going to run off there really nicely. And it's kind of like a leather kind of PU feel to it, but a little bit stronger. So the front of it this is the main party section. So this is, underneath here is a LCD screen, which is 256 pixels. So that is what, 14 by 14, I think? I'm not too sure. My maths has never been my strong point, but we'll take a look at that a little bit later on. So this basically fills up this section here. So you can basically display on there pixel art. Now, you've probably seen some from the B-roll that's been flashing up already, but essentially this is a backpack light show. Yeah, let's look at the other features and we'll turn it on and see what it's actually like. So on this side we've got a pass-through, so you can pass through things like headphones, that kind of thing, or a USB cable if you wanted to. So if you've got your delicate or expensive items inside there, you can just pass through your headphone cable, listen to music as you're walking to school or riding your bike or going on a walk, whatever the case may be. On this side we've got some really nice padded straps there, so you can single strap or double strap depending on peer pressure, and also you've got a handle on the top so you can just carry it along as you would normally. All of this as well is, like I say, it's really well padded. You've got full adjustability on the actual straps themselves, so you can get it nice and snug fit. And also you've got some extra pad in here in this section, so that's going to be against your kind of shoulder blades, that section, so that's going to be nice and comfortable. And also there's a padded section there, which is going to be around kind of like your lumbar or maybe your butt, depending on how you're carrying it. There's also a pass-through there, so you can have documents in there, etc. And there is a zipper on the back, and again, this is all really nicely padded, so you can put in there whatever you want to, maybe a phone, a tablet, that kind of thing, whatever you want to put in there really. Again, it is all padded and it's all weatherproof, so you can pretty much put in there whatever you want to. So let's take a look actually inside. So we've got some nice zippers on the side, and they go down pretty much full length right to the bottom, so you can get really good access. There is some bubble in there to keep it all nice and stiff in packaging. So it's going to be difficult for me to show you this actually, but there is some pretty decent features in here. So you've got an elasticated strap with a carabiner on, so you can put maybe your keys on there if you want to keep them safe, but not lose them, and just stretch out. So if you want to unlock the door, etc., you can go ahead and do that. Obviously, you can connect that to anything you want to, as long as it's got a hole in it to connect it to. You've got a Velcro strap there to keep that in place, and again, we've got this really nice padded pocket, so you could get in there probably like a 14-inch laptop, that kind of thing, very, very easily. Got a nice bit of depth in there as well. I think it's about 17 litres of capacity in here, so you can fill the damn thing up with Coca-Cola if you really wanted to. There's no reason why you shouldn't. And you've got a pretty decent opening size there. In the bottom section, we've got some pockets. So you've got a pocket there, pocket there, pocket there, pocket there, and also there's a elasticated strap on the side. So again, you can put things in there, maybe a bottle of drink, whatever the case may be. And the bottom is relatively well padded as well, so if you are going to put things in there and drop it down on the floor, it's going to be absolutely fine. The sections here, again, USB drives, a pair of gloves, whatever the case may be, you can stick whatever you want in there. It's all really nicely lined and elasticated. But the interesting thing is, in this particular pocket is a USB cable. So the USB cable is designed to be used with a power bank. So you plug a power bank in, and that's when this thing comes to life. So probably about time we did that. So I'll be using the Silicon Power 10,000 mAh battery pack. You do need a 2 amp output on this to actually power the screen. And actually, I will put it upright so you can see what it's like when I actually connect it. Now, the handy thing is, well, because this wire comes through the pocket, you can just plug in your USB into your power bank and then stick it back in the pocket for safekeeping. Really handy. And now you can see it actually comes to life. How cool is that? Come on, seriously, how cool is that? Now, we should really talk about price on this. At the moment, this in the UK retails for around about the £100 mark, which isn't inexpensive, but you do get a lot for your money. Obviously, if you're buying a quality backpack anyway, you're going to be looking around about £50, £60, maybe even more, depending on the branding, etc., etc. So yes, it is a slight investment, but it does have some really, really cool features. Now, one of the cool features of this, other than the fact of, yes, it's got an LCD screen on there, is the fact that you can actually use it as an indicator. So if you're a cyclist and you're out on the roads, you can actually have this as a massive digital billboard to let motorists know what you're doing. There is actually an add-on, which is a Bluetooth handlebar set, which you put on your bike, and it's basically got controls on it. So you've got a left button, a right button, and menu button, etc. So if you're about to turn a corner, and maybe it's in the busy streets of London or something, you can just press the button, and it gives you a massive LED on the screen showing the direction of your travel, which, again, for safety purposes, is absolutely fantastic. Now, I don't actually have the Bluetooth handlebar mount here for review. This was sent to me free of charge for review purposes, so I didn't get the handlebar mount, but I can show you what it looks like, or similar look like, actually in the app. So if you want to get the cheaper version of this bag without the extra Bluetooth accessories and possibly without a power pack, there are versions available on Amazon and also from DIVOOM and also from their distributor in the UK, which again, I'll put all the links for that in the video description below so you can check out for yourself. But you can get various versions. So if you want one where it's got the whole kit and caboodle with the Bluetooth for the handlebars and also a power bank and all that kind of stuff, obviously you can pay a little bit more and get the whole thing as a kit. So what I'm going to do now is go into the app on my phone, and when you go into the app, the DIVOOM app, kind of looks something like that. So you've got all these various pixel art things, and there's tons and tons of things you can do in there. If you want to have a full rundown of all the application information, then you can go to my previous video on the DIVOOM. Essentially, it's exactly the same. There's very few extra features. It's just a different way of displaying it. So please do check out if you want to have a look. But essentially, you can go through. I'm going to click on the signal section at the moment because that is what is going to be relevant at the moment. So if we click on signal, this is kind of ongoing, or you can have turning left. And again, if you're a cyclist and this is at night, this is going to show up, well, it's just like a massive beacon. So if for any reason there was any accident, you couldn't exactly say, well, I didn't see you. That is extremely unlikely. So there's other things you can do. So you can do, there's a stop one. Again, this can be used with the Bluetooth controller and your handlebar, so you don't have to have your phone. You could, if you want to, just get a phone mount for your mobile, have it on your handlebars, as a lot of people tend to do, and you can just have this on your screen all the time and have the buttons handy. You've also got the warning one, so if there's something coming up, maybe you've spotted an accident, you could click on that. Or if you see a hot girl in a car next to you, or boy, depending on your preferences, you can just click on that and say hi to them. There's other things you can do. So you can do a smiley face. So if you've just overtaken someone that you shouldn't have done or cut someone up, you can just give them a cheeky little smile. And yeah, you can send someone a heart if you wanted to. And I'm going to send one to Kath. Here you are, Kath. She's smiling. See, it works already. It's worth its money already straight out of the box. So other things you can do, you can go into the custom section and you can choose different things. So you can have yourself a little bit of Iron Man. There is a whole gallery of different things that you can add in there. And again, you can just choose them, click on them, etc. And they will be displayed. You can't upload them to the device, so they're on there all the time. And there's other things like VJ effects. There's a cloud channel, so you can go through and look at stuff. Individual lighting, so if you want to, you can just choose a lighting. So maybe you want to use it as a torch. Just click on the white one, and you can go ahead and do that, or you can just turn it off altogether from the app. Again, lots and lots of flexibility. There's also a clock, so if you just want it to show the time, you can do that. And again, in the app, you've got the clock, so you can choose to have the weather on there as well if you wanted to, temperatures, all those kinds of things, the date. Let's just choose that. So you don't have to have all of them on there. You can just choose whichever you want to, and it'll just go through the 2 or the 5. You can choose various different options, and also you can choose colors and all that kind of stuff and flick through and basically play around with it to your heart's content. There is a discover button as well, so you can go into that and there's all sorts of things in there. So you've got design animations, so you can make up your own animations, cheeky ones, friendly ones, whatever you want to do. There's pixel coloring, so you can go into that and do coloring in on the thing, just one of those kind of things to relieve boredom. You've got a DJ mixer, voice memo, chat, games. Games is actually quite an interesting one. So this actually turns the controller, well, your phone rather, into a controller. So you can choose various games on there. And there's kind of like a Tetris one. So if I click on go, and there we go, you've got Tetris. It's a bit difficult for me to see. Actually, I can look on the other screen there. So you can go through there. And there we go. Oh, I didn't look at that one very well. You get the general idea. It is a very fun little tool. Click on home and go back to the home menu. Other things in there, so you've got a stopwatch, so you can use a stopwatch if you want to. So you've got a digital stopwatch and countdown meter, so you've got countdowns, etc. You can set times, whatever. Interesting one I quite like is the scoreboard. So if you are at school or you're out doing stuff and maybe there's a football match going on and you've got this, you can have someone use this as a digital scorekeeping thing. So if you score a goal, you can click on there. You've got notifications, so you can go to notifications and you can choose various options. So you can get notifications on the backpack. So for things like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, text, Skype, Line, WeChat, QQ, Pixel Chat, Viber. The list is relatively endless. Again, you've got the weather section, so you can go into that, all kinds of things. Yeah, there's so many things that you can do on here. It's actually almost quite overwhelming what you can do in here. The VG effects, the signals. I really do like the signals thing. I think that's actually a really clever idea, especially for warning signals if there is some kind of danger up ahead. And certain cool things like the random animations you can do. Again, there's absolutely tons of them. You can go through the app, scroll through, find one you like. There is lots and lots of options on there. Various characters you can choose. So if you're into certain things, then you can upload devices, and it says sending data. So as you can see there, that's uploading into the memory of the device. And yeah, you can have all the animations, do what you like on there. It's basically down to your own imagination. If you can make up pixel art, you can actually download pixel art. There's loads of people that add their own artwork to this. So you can download other people's stuff and then maybe edit it and choose it, make it however you want to. But yeah, there is just so many cool things you can do with this. So overall, I'm very, very impressed with this. The lighting in here possibly doesn't show off in its best light, because obviously it's studio lighting and this is kind of reflective. It is actually a little bit flexible. They say not to puncture it, which is obviously something you shouldn't do, but there is a little bit of flex there, so if you're worried about it kind of not being able to flex much, there is a little bit of flex to it, so it's going to be pretty tough and pretty hard wearing. So that is pretty much it. This has been the DIVOOM PIXOO backpack. This is such a weird one for our channel, but I kind of love it, and it does work really nicely with our other little DIVOOM over there. So part of the growing family of our DIVOOM collection. So if you want to check one out, they will be in the video description below, all links are there, so if you want to check one out, please do so. Again, do look out for versions which come with a power bank and also the Bluetooth transmitter for your handlebars, if that's something you're interested in. And again, All the contact details will be in the video description. So that's going to wrap this one up. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, don't forget to smash the like button, and if you want to see more content like this, click on subscribe and all that usual YouTube stuff. So I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.